Hello everyone, I am Peaceful Nick the Medium. I'm an evidential medium specializing in healing messages. If you'd like to book a reading, you can book on my website, peacefulnickthemedium.com, and full readings, short readings, mediumship classes, and more. Hello, hi lefties, lefty sevens. I'm just getting started. Hi Rebecca Farnsworth, Nikki Byers, Mama Chones, finally free. Kimberly, hello. Click likes. I'm just getting started. Let's get a bunch of people on here so we can have a nice, good live. Gidge91, hello. If you have any mediumship questions, you can put them in the chat. Christy Osgood, hello. If you have any questions, put them in the chat and I'll answer them. Taylor Freeman, TikTok, somebody, Pat, 7852, hello. Cindy, will I be retired in 2 years? Thank you. Hi, Pat. So Cindy, that's really up to you. I don't make predictions like that just based on the fact that you can change your mind. So even if I said yes, you may change your mind and not retire, or your circumstances may change. So I don't make predictions that are ironclad just because, hi Dobie Mama. So just because so many things can happen and you can change your mind and your circumstances could change. All right, Taylor, is he ever going to change? No. And that's not a prediction. That's just wisdom. Most people, when they have a certain personality type and when you're in a relationship and things are repeated over and over again, you need to do something. You need to put up your boundaries. Hi, Miss. Hi, Nakaitiv. I'm sorry if I didn't say that right. So Blue Angel, hi, nice to see you again too. So I would say if you can put up boundaries and stick to them, that would be the best. So that's what I would say. Most people don't change unless you put up boundaries. And this is the other thing about boundaries. Click those likes so we can get a bunch of people on here. Thank you, everybody. Boundaries, when you put up boundaries, people will resist them. The more they resist them, the more important it is that you keep your boundaries. And again, this isn't from a psychic or mediumship perspective. This is just, I'm a grown woman. I've had a lot of experiences in life. This is just wisdom. So boundaries, stick to the boundaries, and you'll see how fast they run or change. Most of the time they run, because they don't want you to stand up for yourself. Bailey, is my grandfather still with me? Do you mean spiritually? If you mean spiritually, yes, they stay with us. This is Barlage. Sorry if I didn't say that right. Will I have a job change for the better? Again, I don't make psychic predictions like that. But it's up to you. It's up to you. And if you're miserable at your job, you're probably not meant to be there. You've probably learned your lesson that, because every experience we have, and this is just true in general, every experience we have, good or bad, we have that for a reason. And most of the time it's to learn something. It's like every relationship we have, most of the time is to learn something, whether it turns out good or bad. So you've probably gotten to the point where you've learned whatever you need to learn there, emotionally or spiritually. And it's up to you if you want to get a better job. I know the economy's kind of iffy right now, so I will send you good and positive energy and hope that you get a better job. Oh, a whole bunch of stuff just loaded. Good evening from Ontario. Hello, Dawn. Yes, Letitia, of course your dad is with family. So we go right over and we are greeted by our family. Sarah, I'm sorry that your house burnt down. Just know your spirit team will help guide you through this. And if you can, I know it's probably incredibly stressful. If you can quiet your mind and meditate and make a gratitude list for the things you still have, like your breath, your friends, your family, your ability to walk and talk, things that you can still be grateful for. And I know that sounds insensitive, but I'm actually not trying to be insensitive. It will help you see that even though what happened is horrific, you still have things like your breath, your ability to walk, your ability to talk, a cell phone, I assume, because you type that message here. So gratitude and meditation is what I would recommend. Yes, Rachel, boundaries are very important. Let's see. I'm just looking here. There's a whole bunch of messages. All of a sudden, I can't keep up with all of them. Alex wants to know what's in store for me for 2022. I do not do predictions like that, like general predictions. That would be more of a personal reading I would have to do. Because literally I could say, you're going to get mail or you're going to celebrate a birthday. And I just, that's not okay. It's unethical for me to do something like that. Hi, Shortcake. Any messages from my husband? He's talking about your hair. Did you do something recently different to your hair or decide not to do something to your hair? Now I have a whole bunch of messages loaded. So Shortcake, answer yes or no in capital letters, hair. Yes or no. You just recently did something or you decided not to do something about hair. Rachel Marie, any guidance? So just from a human standpoint, I would say prioritize yourself. Number one, make yourself a number one priority. Put up boundaries to other people who are asking too much from you. Stop doing things for other people all the time when it's going to cost you emotionally, because what happens is your tanks run out and then you have nothing else to give and then you're exhausted and then who's there to help you? So boundaries, limit your I don't know if you're constantly helping people, but limit what you're doing for other people and take care of you and prioritize you. Thank you for the roses. That is so sweet. Creative 18. All right. Is David going to pursue me? Is he in love with me? Again, just from an experience standpoint, when a man is in love with a woman, he pursues her, and you will know. Unless he's got a personality where he's afraid and in fear. And in that case, do you really, and you need to ask this in either case, do you really want to be pursued by somebody who isn't forthcoming with their feelings? Because if they're not forthcoming now, how's it going to be in 5 or 10 years? So you'll know if a man wants to be with you. They will let you know. And if they don't, that's another problem entirely. Hi, Elizabeth and Sunshine. Thank you for the follows. Okay, answered that. Some of these are repeated. Let's see. I am trying to find an answer from the other person I read, but I don't see it. Hair. Okay, shortcake, hair. So I'm assuming that's a yes on the hair. Okay. So, all right. So I'm doing a reading. So everybody just please pause the comments so I can hear from shortcake. Okay. So, I'm seeing like someone, and I'm assuming this is the person you're trying to communicate with, your husband. Did he have, I'm seeing someone with a flat top haircut. Why hair is coming up, I don't know, but it must be very important. So like somebody with like short hair, would he have kept his hair pretty short? So everybody hold so I can hear from shortcake. Hold on. Yes, okay. Short hair. Okay, great. So this, I'm with you. So everybody hold on. Hold on. Okay, shortcake. So he's giving, he's saying it's okay. And I believe he said it was pretty recent. And I don't really want to say this because it seems too soon. But I've been trained to give what I get. So if I offend you, please forgive me. But I'm saying this against my best human intuition. But the spirit is saying it's okay to move on. I don't know if that means something to you, and I don't know if that's the context of him not wanting you to. So give me a yes or a no, shortcake, if you understand that. I don't know if he means emotionally so you're not stuck in pain or in another way. So can you give me a yes or no if you understand that? Okay, excellent. Okay, he just wants you to know that. And it came through extremely strong. So everybody pause, please, so I can talk to, thank you, Pat. I can talk to shortcake. He says, you gave me a good life. You took care of me. And he wants you to know he appreciated the care you gave him. So, and now he's kind of showing an increased amount of care towards the end of his life before his passing. I almost feel like you had to care for him in a significant way prior to his passing. So this indicates he had something going on physically where you would have had to care for him. Does that make sense, shortcake? Thank you for the follows. And yes, okay. He's appreciating that significantly. And now he's showing me a piece of jewelry. So I don't know if you're wearing something in his memory or he gifted you with something, but I'm seeing a significant piece of jewelry. I don't know if he had a little vial with ashes in it or something. I don't know. I'm seeing some kind of jewelry. And I don't know if that yes is from earlier. Let's see. I'm waiting on. Just hang on, everybody. Thank you for the follows, everyone. And I know TikTok did some kind of weird update and everything. Okay, no jewelry. So you don't have, okay. I just see something hanging, I don't know, like a trinket on a piece of jewelry. You may think of that later, or someone in your family may have that you may have to verify. Okay, that's okay. He's showing me like a bunch of flashes of different things, and it's kind of discombobulated and not really making sense. Would you understand a formal dining room table setup? Because I almost see like, what do you call it? Almost like a candle holder or something on a formal dining room table. My daughter was given a necklace. Okay, necklace. Okay, so the ashes may not, I definitely, okay, perfect. The daughter was given a necklace. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect. Thank you for verifying that. Okay, so that must be what he's indicating. All right, so he's showing me like this formal, oh, thank you. He's showing me like this formal dining room table. So I don't know if this was like a thing for you, or you had just celebrated some formal meal prior to his passing. But why he's showing me that for a reason. Thank you. So I just want you to know he's talking about he's saying it's okay to be relieved. It's okay to be relieved. And he wants you to know, he wants to reiterate the appreciation for you. Okay, that's okay. They show strange things sometimes. It could be a memory from the past. He just wants you to know how much he appreciated how you cared for him as when he was ill and towards the end of his life. And it's okay, like he said originally, it's okay to move on. And now he's saying it's okay to be relieved. You deserve happiness and freedom is how he's making me feel. So he wants to send you love, and he wants you to know he's around and he hears you. And he understands when you cry, but it's okay. He just keeps saying it's okay. Like he's like releasing you. So just know, and I want to send you love and my condolences. So, oh, hi, Kathy. Okay, so somebody asks, how do you get a reading? You can book a full reading on my website or a short reading, peacefulnickthemedium.com. And on these lives, these are always free. And when one hits me, that's the one I read. It's not anything personal to anybody if I don't read you. It's just whatever spirit comes in is what the spirit that comes in. And a whole bunch of comments just loaded, so give me a moment. And it's very... I'm just trying to rewind these a little bit. And sometimes it just takes me a minute to just disconnect from one spirit. You're welcome, Shortcake. You're very welcome. Siobhan, all I see is read my comments. Oh, spiritual reading. Is there anyone there for me? Well, there's always people in spirit around us all the time. They're always here to guide us. And thank you for Fire Red Blossom and a couple of other people on here for asking people to hold my moderators, but I'm not good at figuring out how to do that. So thank you for being my moderators. Kaylin 35C, anything from your son, your dad, or your mom. So I feel like you had a lot of losses that were significant, that you were way too young to be experiencing so much loss. Know that they're all together and safe and at peace. And I don't even know how long ago this comment came up, so I hope you're still there. Know they're safe and at peace and together, as is everyone who crosses to spirit. They're always safe and at peace. So your son is being protected. I almost feel somebody in that crew, Kaylin, I don't know if you're still on here. I'm hearing addiction in my ear. So somebody, it seems addiction was in there. Now, remember, on here, that could get mixed up. So Kaylin, if I get to the bottom of these comments and you're still here, answer yes or no in capital letters, addiction. Okay, so I'm going to go scroll through some of these. Kaylin, oh yes, that was fast. Okay, great. I feel like this was your son or the male. Can you give me a yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, hold on while I wait for her. Male, son, dad. Okay. All right, I guess I don't understand your comment. Male, son, dad. My son is still here. Okay, so I'm assuming your dad was the one with the addiction. Yeah, go in caps, Kaylin. Just hang on, everybody. Hi, everybody. Thank you for everybody who's joining and waiting while I wait for the comments. You know how these lives are. You don't know when the comments are going to come through or what order they're going to come through or if the full one will ever come through. Thank you, Flaming Autistic. I don't know if Kaylin's still on here. Well, okay. My son, dad, addiction, alcohol. But your son is still here. Okay. All right. Thank you. I have a lot of experience with addiction because both my parents were addicts and my husband is a recovering alcoholic. So I get a lot of people with addiction in spirit, because that's in my my database in my head. So I get a lot of people who pass from addiction in my readings just because I'm so familiar with it and spirit knows that. So dad's saying, he's showing me a lot of different stuff. And one of the things he's talking about is not being able to be there for you in the way you deserved it. So, Kaylin, if I feel like there was, I almost feel like there was a period of separation between you and your dad. Now, I feel like it's physically separated, but it could also be just emotionally separated because of his addiction. Can you give me a yes or no in caps about the separation? Thank you guys for helping. Yes, okay. Because he's talking about sorry for not being able to be there for you. I almost feel like there was something forceful about the separation. like he was forced out because of the alcohol. And then I'm seeing like his body just breaking down. One thing after another is just going. He just couldn't, his body could only process so much. Let me know if that makes sense for you. Was the separation forced, and did his body just go boom, 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 one thing after another because of the alcohol? Thank you to my mods. Okay, thank you. So he wants to apologize, which always seems so obvious to me and maybe other people observing, but to you, you may not be aware of how he feels about his human person being. He's like, I was a slacker and a loser in life. Like, he never felt like he was good enough to, he's like, I wasn't good enough to be your dad. And he, in spirit, he's fine and he doesn't feel that way. He's showing me what he felt like as a person. In spirit, he's just pure love and light, but he can observe and remember how he was as a human and how he felt about himself. And he was mistreated prior to you coming along. And he had, experienced things that he wasn't able to deal with. He said back in those days, we didn't go to counseling or therapy. Like, I feel like he was so like manly or whatever. He didn't, like believe in counseling, or was told it was stupid to go to counseling or whatever people used to tell people. Can you verify this for me, please, Kaylin? Thank you for the likes, everybody. Whoa, those went up quick. Thank you, everybody, for being patient. Yes, okay. Thank you. He's, I feel very emotional. Like, I can sympathize with his childhood. Like, I feel like his childhood was not healthy. He was and I don't know if I said the same thing earlier, but he was not treated well. Mentally or physically. Can you verify that? Thank you, everyone, for being patient. And thank you, Fire Red Blossoms and Flaming Autistic, for moderating for me. And I'm just waiting for the comments to load. Okay, I hope Kaylin's still on here. So I'll just give her the message while I wait for her to respond. So your dad really wants to apologize for just not being there and for not being able to get a handle on life. He started to say not being able to get a handle on my addiction, but then he changed it to I just couldn't get a handle on life. And he just, he dug himself such a deep hole that he just kept drowning himself in the addiction. until he couldn't get out of it. And he wants to apologize and know you were loved, but you were loved only in the way he knew how to love, which wasn't healthy, and he had a lot of self-loathing. So he just wants you to know that, and I'm not sure if you answered. No king huge, all clothes loved. I'm not sure what that means. Just know that he loves you and he's around you, and he's gonna guide you through things, and he just really, really, really wants to apologize for not being there. And if you could clarify your statement, no came huge, all close or close loved. I'm not sure what that means. Okay. You said, could this be for also son, dad? I don't know what you mean by that. What is son? You've put that in there before. Your son's dad? Oh, maybe that's what you meant earlier. The person I was speaking with was 99% sure your dad. Unless you meant that son's dad earlier. Okay, just clarify. Okay. All right, give me a drink. Okay. Yes, if that's what you meant earlier, then yes. Yes. Just know that. Okay. Just know you're loved and they're at peace. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. Both. Okay, I see. And sometimes, what's interesting? This is something that happens to mediums, and it happens pretty commonly. People will come through blended. Like I've had my brother-in-law and father-in-law, I loved very much, and both are passed. And when I've gotten readings, they come in blended together. And the reading is almost like, it seems like it's one person, but they're both coming through with evidence for both of them simultaneously. And that's a blend. So that's very possible that could be what happened if they were similar. So yes, that's very possible. Kathy, if you're still on here, can you verify anything about a blend? What's your experience? Medium Kathy Behrens, follow her. She's a wonderful and amazing medium. She is hosting with medium Wendy D'Angelo a pet communication. If you give a wave or something, Kathy, so everybody can follow you, and if you're looking to communicate with pets, she's doing Wendy and Kathy are doing a pet communication gallery in a couple of weeks, I believe. And I've posted it a couple of times on here, and you can go to her page and see. It's for charity, and it's wonderful. They're two wonderful, wonderful mediums. Thank you, everybody, for being patient. Hi, everybody who's joining. Kaylin, I don't think it was intentional, maybe accidentally on purpose. Like, it's okay if it happened or not. Like, he wasn't trying to stop it, but he wasn't trying to do it. That's the feeling I get. Okay, so while these are loading, okay. Any of my services you can find on my website, peacefulnickthemedium.com. Full readings, short readings, mediumship classes, and more. I may have one spot left in my March 19th class, so I've opened up a second class on April 2nd. These are 6-month classes for beginners. Right now, I'm wrapping up my last week of free circles. development circles and starting my 6-month development class. So if you want to sign up for any of those things, you can get them on my website. And you can email me with any questions, peacefulnickthemedium@gmail.com. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello. How do you get nationally recognized as a medium? That's a good question. I think it's just, I don't even know if there's medium Kathy Behrens is a certified medium. Maybe you could put something in here of how you got your certification. I don't know what the laws, I don't think there's specific laws in the United States about being certified in order to provide that service. I was trained through the Oddbod School of Mediumship in the UK. So I've continually taken classes for the last couple of years. And I think really, if you're, get famous, I guess. So I don't know if in the United States there is a official certification program that you have to go through to become nationally recognized. I think it's just if you're getting popular on the internet, really. I know there's some really famous mediums on TV where they were certified. I mean, I've never seen them advertise where they were certified through, so I don't really know what the process for that would be in the United States. I know some other countries have really strict laws about it, but I don't think we do here in the US. Kathy, if you know anything, or any other mediums that may be on here. Let's see. Hello. I'm just looking through these. So many comments. Oh no. You guys just know I will not be able to answer every single comment. Carrie Ann. Need to know if my father was murdered or died naturally. That is not something we could do here on TikTok live. It's just wouldn't be appropriate. And I personally don't know if I could get a really good connection to you personally and your father in order to give you the correct information. I do know of some mediumship circles. If you want to email me, peacefulnickthemedium@gmail.com. Some mediumship circles, you may be able to get that answer in, where it's just you and a panel of mediums. So if you're interested in that, you can email me. Or if you want a private reading, you can email me also. Okay, thank you, Kathy. She agrees. I assume you mean there's not a specific national certification system. Heather Doctor. Does Crash have a message? Took his life 5 years ago. The message is the judgment for people who unalive themselves by people who don't understand why they unalive themselves, and people that think it's selfish is incorrect. People do that because they're in deep pain. They're very wounded. They've been abused and traumatized. And they feel at the time there's no way out. And it's the only way to relieve their pain. And they feel like nobody understands them. And so if you could advocate for people not to judge others, because I feel like you stood up for him. The judgment is the worst. Humans are terrible judgers. This is kind of like he's just telling me all this stuff. Don't judge people who do that. This is for everybody. It's not a choice made out of selfishness, which is what many people judge about it. It's something that they're in severe pain. And there's no punishment for that, by the way. So for those of you who are wondering about people who take the steps to take their own life, there is no hell for that. If you believe in source, God, the universe, whatever it is you believe in, there is no punishment for someone who's in pain and takes those steps to do what they believe is relieving themselves of that. Because things happen to you. You don't come out of the womb that way. You come out of the womb innocent, and things happen over your life that cause you to feel that way. So just know that there's no judgment or pain or punishment for that. Okay? Just know that he's safe and at peace. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Yes, Flaming Autistic, thank you for saying that. She says to Heather, you can talk to him directly. He hears you. Yep. Thank you, Kaylin. Hello, Catman. Oh, good. Thank you so much for that. That helped me. You're welcome. Fitz Shiv. Baby Blue, I don't normally do readings for people that soon. It was yesterday. I don't normally give messages that soon. You should wait a little while. And the same thing for Prozac Princess. Yeah. No, too soon for a message. Gen X Nurse, where are you, Daddy? Speak to me. He's in the spirit world, and he will speak to you. You have to quiet your mind. You can go to YouTube and type in Sitting in the Power for a Lost Loved One, and you can learn how to get messages yourself if you want to hear from your dad. Yes, SBRYARS. I assume that stands for something. My fiance took his life 1.5 years ago. I knew he was okay the second it happened. Need validation. Absolutely 100%. I hope you heard the message I just gave the other person. Perfectly safe, fine, and at peace. Yes, Gen X. Yes, he hears you. Michelle, 2020. My mom was in a coma for 27 days. First of all, she heard everything you said or anybody else said to her. Did I make her proud with my decisions? Yes. So often when we have to make decisions, end of life decisions for people, especially people we're close to, we can really second guess ourselves, but don't worry. There's no judgment towards you from our loved ones when we have to make tough decisions. And when you're making life decisions in general, the spirit world just wants you to be happy, and they want you to live a good life where you're evolving your soul. They're not worried about whether you have fancy shoes or cars or houses. They could care less about that because material possessions are useless in the grand scheme of things. They only care that you're growing your soul and you're not judging and you're being a good person and being kind. That's all they want from us. They want us to do the right thing. So yes, she is, yes. Hello. Oh, a whole bunch just loaded. Okay. Do we reincarnate? Mia. Yes. So even though I grew up in a religion that doesn't believe in reincarnation, I believe in reincarnation very much. And I always believed in reincarnation. And it even became more apparent to me that reincarnation was real when I studied science. So for those of you who are new here, I'm a scientist by trade. I have a biology bachelor's degree and a master's degree in astronomy. And everything in the universe recycles. Everything in our body recycles. Everything is recycled. So if our soul is energy, which it is, and energy cannot be created or destroyed, and everything else recycles, why wouldn't our soul recycle? The point of our soul is to grow and evolve in the universe. So yes, I believe, as I'm sure most mediums do, we reincarnate. We live several lives, and we reincarnate with the same group of people in different relationships over and over and over. Now, you could be in the same relationship, like me and my husband, we may have reincarnated, 100 times together. He could have been my uncle one time. He could have been my best friend another time. Who knows? He could have been my sister one time, because we're not always like, I'm a female in this life, but I've probably been male in many lives. We're not always the same gender. So you can reincarnate male or female, and you'll reincarnate with the same people many times, because your soul group kind of evolves together. So yes, I believe that. Oh, great. Fitzshiv, can they see if you're suffering? Can they help us? Excellent question. Yes, they see if we're suffering. Helping us, there's a fine line. So they're not going to necessarily get us the job we want. They may show us an advertisement for the job that we want, that we have to do the work to apply for. We have to do the work to sharpen up our resume. We have to do the work to write the, thank you for the hearts and stuff. I appreciate that. We have to do the work to make a good cover letter. We have to do the work to follow up on those things. So like for a job, if they're helping us, they can put thoughts in our head. They can show us things, but we have to do the work. Like if you've ever been in a financial bind, which probably most people have, and some people are now, and you're late on your rent or your electric bill, and you really need some money, and you just don't know how you're going to get it because you've worked 60 hours this week, and you're just like, there's just not enough money for the bills. And all of a sudden, you get a check from somewhere that you forgot you were expecting, and then you have the money to pay your electric bill. Things like that. Little things can happen in our daily life. You could be feeling very depressed about something or upset about something, and then a song comes on the radio that reminds you of a happy memory, and then you feel better. So there's certain things they can do, but they're not going to directly get you that job or directly pay your electric bill. So they can move their energy through things to allow you to see things and hear things, but they're not going to, it's indirect, is I guess what I'm trying to say. They can, but it's indirect. We have free will to make decisions. How long does it take to reincarnate? Some people say 100 years, but I've also heard of people saying that their child is their grandparent that is reincarnated. Can we prove it exactly? There's a lot of really good circumstantial evidence. There's a lot of instances of people with evidence of being reincarnated. Lots of really amazing stories. it's, you'd have to do some research, but like, my mom passed away in April of 1986. My niece was born in August of 1986, and people think that my niece is my mom reincarnated. I don't really think she is, because I just don't. Because my niece would have had a soul assigned to her already before that. So I think it varies from, I don't know, a couple of years to 100 years, I would say. It's not exact. Yes. Tabula Rasa, welcome back. Hi, Elizabeth and Sunshine and Jenny D. Can they move their energy? This is from Tabula Rasa. Can they move their energy through things in nature like insects and birds to connect with us? Yes. So it's either one of two things. Either they are moving their energy through that red cardinal or dove or ladybug to put it in front of you, or because there's no time in the spirit world, they know everything that's going to happen to us before it happens. Or when you see that ladybug, they put the thought in your head, oh, that's my mom. Or the dove, that's my mom. So they're either moving that in front of you, or they're putting the thought in your head when you see it, because they know when you're going to see it. Prozac Princess wants to know about her mom. Anything from her for Jensen? Who's Jensen? Are you Jensen? Well, she doesn't want you to be dependent on the pain of her loss. She doesn't want you to identify with the pain of her loss and use it as a way to stop your life. She wants you to live your life. She wants you to have a good life. She wants you to have a full life. And she wants you to be she to make good decisions. You don't always need to I don't know. Are you one that I don't know if you used to party or you do party, but she's talking about doing things to kind of blur your mind. Can you give me a yes or no in caps about that, Prozac Princess? You're welcome. Yes. Okay. That was fast. Whew. Good. Okay. So she said, stop that. She doesn't want your mind to be blurred, because I feel like there's a blurry curtain over your eyes and you can't really see through the fog. And she's like, you don't need that stuff, is how she's saying. Now, I am not a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm just giving you a message from Spirit, how I'm hearing it. Okay? So, just know that. Okay. Very good. Okay. Excellent. So Prozac Princess is working through some stuff. Okay. Wonderful. So know that your mother's seeing that, and she wants what's best for you, and she supports you in getting through that. And are you struggling? Everybody just hang on a second. Completely, like, every once in a while you have a little slip. Are you having a slip every now and then? Just waiting. Yes. Okay. She's saying Forgive yourself for that. Don't judge yourself and beat yourself up for that. She's saying pull yourself up, and as she's bending down, she's pulling herself up. She's saying pull yourself up by the bootstraps. You're strong enough to do this. And now she's being a mom, so she's like, stop. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. Stop using excuses. That's what she's saying, okay? This is not a judgment on you from me, okay? You're strong. You're stronger than you know. This is from your mother. You're stronger than you know. It's okay if you slip, but progress, not perfection. But stop using things as an excuse. Oh, good. Mwah. Listen, I come from a family of addicts. I married an alcoholic. Thank God he's been in recovery for 23 years. So I know a lot about how hard this is. And let me tell you, I support you. And I know that this is a very challenging situation for you. And just know, get all the support you can from the right people and cut ties with those who aren't being helpful. Okay? So I want to send you love and support. You are very welcome. Mwah. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Everyone, I am getting to the end of my hour. That's where I max out, guys. Ladies and gentlemen who are here. Just know, I'm just kind of scrolling through some of these. Know that our loved ones are with us, guiding us, around us, even if we're in despair. They're there. You can learn to listen for them. You can hear them if you quiet your mind. You have to learn to discern between what you want to hear and what that you think they would say. And so that's important to learn the difference between yourself and spirit. It takes practice. It takes time. You're welcome. Thank you, Flaming Autistic. Yay, yes. Saturday is my last development circle class for my 2 groups. And then, thank you, Kathy. She said, book a private reading. Nick is amazing. And speaking of that, you can book readings on my website or classes. Thank you so much. So know your loved ones in spirit are safe and they're at peace. Everyone who goes to spirit is at peace and safe. You never have to worry that they're burning fire and brimstone. That is not a thing. That doesn't happen. And they're here to support and love you. If you have any questions, you can email me, peacefulnickthemedium@gmail.com, or you can book anything, any of my services, full readings, short readings, mediumship classes on my website. Thank you all so much. Yes, my short readings are $25, full readings are $120. My link is in my bio, or you can go straight to my website. And now that they've done this weird update on TikTok, who knows where you'll find that. Because it got updated today and everything went crazy. Thank you all for joining me. Sending love and peace to everyone. And I'll probably be live again in a couple of days. Have a good night. Mwah. Love to everyone. Bye.